The bright television lights blazed down on Lincoln High School's auditorium stage. Students sat nervously in neat rows, their families packed into every available seat. Channel 7 News had arrived to broadcast the annual Excellence Awards ceremony live across the city. Maya Johnson smoothed her best dress and took a deep breath. Her mother, Sarah, gripped her father David's hand as they watched from the front row. "She worked so hard for this," Sarah whispered. The principal, Dr. Davis, stepped up to the microphone with a warm smile. "Our top academic achievement award goes to a student with perfect grades, outstanding community service, and exceptional leadership skills. Maya Johnson, please come forward." The auditorium erupted in applause. Maya's heart raced as she walked across the stage, her natural grace evident with each step. Dr. Davis handed her the beautiful crystal trophy and gold certificate. "Congratulations, Maya. You earned every bit of this recognition." Maya beamed, holding her awards high as cameras flashed and her family cheered. But then, something unexpected happened. Mrs. Helen Stone, Maya's former English teacher, suddenly appeared at the side of the stage. Without invitation, she grabbed the microphone from Dr. Davis. "Wait just 1 minute," her sharp voice cut through the celebration. The crowd fell silent, confusion spreading across hundreds of faces. Maya stood frozen, still clutching her awards. Mrs. Stone's eyes narrowed as she stared directly into the live television camera. "I cannot stand by and watch this mockery of our educational standards. This girl," she pointed an accusing finger at Maya, "comes from a background that makes her unworthy of such recognition. These awards should go to students who truly represent our community values." The auditorium gasped collectively. Maya's parents shot to their feet, shock and anger written across their faces. Mrs. Stone continued her venomous speech, her voice growing louder and more aggressive. "I refuse to let political correctness destroy what this school stands for." Before anyone could react, she snatched Maya's certificate from her trembling hands. With deliberate cruelty, Mrs. Stone tore the document into pieces, letting the fragments flutter to the stage floor like broken dreams. The live television cameras captured every horrible second. Maya stood tall despite the tears forming in her eyes. Her voice, though shaking, remained clear and dignified. "Mrs. Stone, I earned this award through years of hard work, dedication, and excellence. My character and achievements speak for themselves, regardless of what you believe about my background." The audience began to murmur, then voices rose in support of Maya. "Shame on you," someone called out. "Get her off that stage," another demanded. Dr. Davis quickly moved to regain control, taking the microphone back from Mrs. Stone. "Security, please escort Mrs. Stone from the premises immediately." "Maya, I apologize for this inexcusable behavior. Your achievements stand on their own merit." But the damage was already done. The live broadcast had carried Mrs. Stone's hateful words and actions into thousands of homes across the city. Within minutes, social media exploded with outrage. Video clips of the incident spread like wildfire. Justice for Maya began trending as people shared Maya's story and condemned Mrs. Stone's actions. Maya's father, David, put his arm around his daughter's shoulders. "We're proud of you, sweetheart. Don't let anyone make you feel less than the amazing person you are." Sarah wiped away her own tears of anger and pride. "That woman's hatred says nothing about you and everything about her." The next morning brought a flood of support. Community leaders, civil rights organizations, and fellow students rallied behind Maya. Phone calls poured into the school district demanding action. An investigation began immediately, revealing a disturbing pattern in Mrs. Stone's teaching history. Former students came forward with their own stories of discriminatory treatment. Test scores showed that minority students in her classes consistently received lower grades despite similar performance levels. In other subjects, the school board held an emergency meeting. Superintendent Williams addressed the packed room with gravity in his voice. The evidence is clear and undeniable. Mrs. Stone's actions represent everything our educational system should stand against. She has been terminated immediately and will never teach in this district again. The crowd erupted in applause. Maya sat with her family, feeling a mix of vindication and sadness that it had taken such a public incident to expose the truth, but Maya refused to let bitterness consume her. 2 weeks later, she stood before the same stage where she had been humiliated. This time, she held a new certificate and faced an audience filled with supporters from across the community. "I forgive Mrs. Stone," Maya said, her voice strong and clear. Not because what she did was acceptable, but because hatred only breeds more hatred. Today, we choose hope over anger, understanding over prejudice, and progress over the past. The standing ovation lasted 5 full minutes. Maya Johnson had transformed her moment of deepest humiliation into a catalyst for change, proving that even in the face of injustice, dignity and grace could triumph over hatred and ignorance.